Soldiers of Shoot.
Welcome, troops, to another action-packed SOS Live. It's your man, General Staines, here with you, and to my left, the illustrious Eddie Edwards. Eddie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I feel like a maniac tonight. I feel like I should swallow some spit. I don't know, from Dreamer. I don't know.
So for our new listeners, that is Hollywood Edwards.
Yes, Hollywood.
But he was indeed named after Eddie Edwards.
Some would say. I don't know.
So we're here tonight to do a review on Friday Night Impact.
Friday Night Impact.
On the Pursuit channel on Twitch. I watch on Pursuit. Hollywood watches on Twitch. We get the best of both worlds that way.
We do. The Twitch isn't bad, I gotta tell you. I was skeptical. Nothing to be skeptical about. Works fine, looks good. Got a chat room there.
And you have Melissa Santos.
Yes, and I get a little Santos action every week.
There you go. All right, bro, let's go through it.
Let's do it. Impact.
Big show. Impact back in Canada opens up with an X Division match. We have Petey Williams versus Trey Miguel, Jake Christ, the Abraham guy, Aiden Prince, and your man Ace Austin.
Yes.
It's called a 6-man scramble match.
Yes.
Thoughts on the X Division match? What'd you think?
First, I want to say Trey Miguel. I like him. You don't. Ace Austin. I like him. I don't think you do either.
Why would you say that? And why would you say Trey Miguel? I mean,
didn't we have a conversation about that Trey Miguel guy? And I was like, I think he's good. I think he's like Finn Balor, but he has, personality. I think you were like, eh.
I don't know. Maybe I did. Who knows?
Aiden Prince. Apparently
Yes.
he's a local boy there.
Yes, I saw that.
Dude, here's my question.
He and Petey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. Mm-hmm. All very talented. Where are these guys coming from, man? Like, this is insane. The talent level that's out there in wrestling right now.
Yeah, and I mean, these are all guys that would be, I guess, in the WWE, would be 205 guys.
Probably. X Division, same thing, basically.
Now, some of them may move up. I mean, we do have Finn Balor up, so I'm sure there would be room for somebody to move up as far as that goes. But
Finn Balor.
What'd you think of your boy Ace Austin? You said on the pay-per-view show that you thought the kid was going to go places.
Yes. I'm loving him.
You still feel that way?
Yeah, I'm loving him. Just the whole... is he a magician? Is that the gimmick? I mean, he's got the ace card.
I guess so, because he pulled that stick out of his ass at the beginning of the match when he did the cartwheel or whatever, the handstand. So yeah, I guess he is a magician.
You know, I think they could go. Like I was thinking about the other day after the pay-per-view. What would I do with Ace Austin? It kind of seems like he's the magician, right? Like you could actually do the Ace of Hearts, like if he becomes like the lover type guy, sexy boy.
Yes.
You could go that route with him, and you could just keep changing the Ace suit.
Yeah, you could. If he hurts somebody, you could be the Ace of Spades, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Ace of Clubs, maybe he becomes the the street fighting Ace Austin.
If he's making money, he's Ace of Diamonds.
Diamonds, right? He could be like $1 million man type. Mm-hmm. No,
why not?
Kind of waxing poetic about this kid here, but yeah, he's got it, man. He's got it. He has it. And I don't think I've said that since I saw Adam Cole like 5 years ago. So, yeah, dude, it's just a matter of time until this guy like takes over the world.
Definitely a lot of talent here. Petey Williams does get the win, but they do. They have right here, a half dozen guys that can go.
Yeah.
So Good for them.
Yeah, I thought it was a
Next-
good match. The Scramble.
Yes.
Does it have any... Now, again, Impact fans, we're new to Impact here. So, does this have any... What does the Scramble mean? Is it just a 6-man match, or does it have a purpose?
Yeah, I guess it's just a 6-man match. I mean, nobody there, from what I, saw and heard, the match wasn't for anything in particular.
Okay.
Where the match on Thursday night for the pay-per-view was for an X Division title shot.
Right.
This match was just, I don't want to say for funsies, but to win the match. So.
Okay. All right.
Next segment, LAX backstage. They're talking about the Lucha Brothers, and bro, they're going mad. They don't like it. They're being disrespected. And if that ain't enough, then they got to wrestle Eli Drake and Eddie Edwards tonight, live.
Yes.
In the main event. And we see Melissa Santos interviewing Taya.
Mm-hmm.
Taya says she will not be giving Jordynne Grace another opportunity because she doesn't deserve it. And then Madison Rayne appears. Taya kind of just talks nasty to her. Grace appears then. Little thing going on there. And they set the match for the number 1 contendership between Madison Rayne and Jordynne Grace. And we'll see that later on tonight.
Okay, you know what this is? You got a good opening match with 6 guys. And you have 2 short backstage segments that are setting up storylines.
And also setting up matches for that night.
Is that basic, simple, good pro wrestling booking? The answer is yes.
It's very, very, very simple. It's booking 101.
WWE fan, what do you bitch about all the time? Why can't they just start with a match? Check. Why do the promo segments have to be so long? These 2 weren't. Check, check. Why aren't there any storylines? Check, check. WWE fans, suck it up. Stop being a mark for Vince McMahon and find Impact Wrestling. This show is on for 15 minutes, and they already checked 3 boxes that the WWE, for some reason, cannot check. Do you get why I'm starting to like this show every week?
I do. I like it too. And you're going to really like the next segment because it's Sami Callihan and Madman Fulton.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Rich Swann and Willie Mack. Bro, you love Fulton.
Yeah. If this Impact review thing becomes a thing with us, and I think it's going to, like weekly, I think you're going to hear a lot of praise from me for this Madman Fulton because, boy, he debuted, loved the look, and the next week, which was last week, they had the little brainwashing session in the back. And now this match, dude, I got to tell you, Sami Callihan is the, I would say, perfect faction leader for these 3 other guys. What Fulton adds to this faction is ridiculous. He's now the enforcer. And the best part of it is, not only was the match great, because, Willie Mack, Rich Swann, you don't even have to go any further, just say their names. But after the match, they're beating down Mack and Swann, and Tommy Dreamer comes out. Fulton wanted a piece of Tommy Dreamer. Sami Callihan grabs him by the hair, pulls him back, and pushes him down so he rolls out of the ring. Callihan and Dreamer have the stare down. Sammy's like, nah, not now. And he rolls out of the ring. When they go to the other side of the ring, Fulton still wants to get in there because he's a madman. He's a mad dog, bro. And Sammy grabs him by the hair again and yanks him back. Dude, we've been watching this show for 4 weeks. 4 weeks. This is this faction is awesome. I'm just going to say it. I don't care. I don't care what people say. I don't care what haters are going to say. Oh, they're this, oh, they're that. Oh, it's Sami Callihan. Who cares? Oh, it's Fulton. He's an NXT reject. Guess what? What they're doing in NXT, this is exactly what I want them to do. Keep guys like this and get rid of the midgets that are rolling around. It's fine to have that on your show, but when that's all you have on your show, you become one-dimensional. Guess why I don't watch NXT? A, because it's one-dimensional. B, because it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. This guy, WWE is the dumbest, I shouldn't say that, NXT, the guy that's running NXT, the great genius that's running NXT, doesn't know talent from horse shit, obviously. Because for you to let this guy go, you have to be insane.
That guy's nothing but a pissant.
Oh, don't get me started on Triple H. That'll be another video coming at you tomorrow. Dude, how do you let this guy go? Come on. Let's talk about our brothers. Let's talk about our brothers.
Here's what happened.
Dude, if our brothers saw this guy, they'd be like, "What the hell is that? That's a pro wrestler."
Here's what happened. They already had Braun Strowman, so they didn't need Madman Fulton.
Oh my god, dude, and that's the other thing. This guy, this Fulton guy, oh my god, he breathes a persona. He breathes personality. Dude, he comes out and it's like, Braun Strowman's like walking around like a giant without a brain, like he's a robot. I'm a giant, but I'm going to pretend I'm a giant. Dude, this guy, Fulton, looked like completely comfortable in the ring, knew exactly what he was doing, wasn't stammering, wasn't botching, nothing. Complete polar opposite of Braun Strowman. And you let this guy go? You let him walk to Impact? And now he's got a guy like Sami Callihan that's going to show him the ropes? Are you kidding me? This guy's going to be a stud in like 2 years. Just write it down.
I am writing it down.
Write it down. So in 2021, when we're talking about Impact, you're going to say, Edwards, you were right. Fulton.
So Fulton and Callahan get the win, as you said. Next, we see Rolando Menendez. And this guy, I'm starting to like him. I love how every time he goes up to Johnny, he says, Johnny, Rolando Menendez, investigative reporter.
I love that he's an investigative reporter. It's great.
And, bro, Johnny will not give him the time of day. He actually called him like a weirdo dirt sheet guy or something like that.
I love it.
Which I thought was fantastic. So he gets the word from Johnny about Cage and Killer Cross. And, bro, what happened there? Killer Cross came in, and it sounds like Killer Cross is getting a championship shot for his trouble, if you will,
yes,
in helping Johnny with Cage. Johnny's got to be careful. He's putting himself in a very bad spot.
Yes, he is. But he's so confident. He's Johnny, man.
Yep, he'll think of something to get out of it. So then we have the Moose join the Rascals again in their smoking circle.
Yes.
He gets a pair of sunglasses, he gets a girlfriend, and he leaves, but not before letting Trey Miguel know that next week it's Moose versus Trey one-on-one.
They're showing you another storyline related segment. I can't get over this, dude. Like, if you're listening to us for the first time, you don't know why we're so befuddled. We were TNA fans back in the day, years ago. Dixie Corgan, the lawsuit, we dropped out. As of a month ago, we're back. Do you see how everything matters so far?
Yeah, and we just said that 2 segments there with the investigative reporter interviewing Johnny, Moose and the Rascals, and then they go to a 3rd segment. These are back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
This is Rosemary in a cemetery.
Hot.
She is Thinking about Allie and what happened the week before in the undead realm.
She's
We
like
see
my
Kevin-
16-year-old self fantasy right there. Rosemary in a cemetery. Okay, go ahead. Yummy. Go ahead.
We see I can't get past it now.
I know.
So,
it's tough.
so Rosemary's name in your fantasy is Missy. Is that right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Kevin Sullivan. Ah! I love you. I love you. I do. I love you. Kevin Sullivan reappears and reveals that he's actually the biological father of Rosemary. She finds Allie's grave and explains that it's actually Kiera Hogan's fault that Allie died because she was distracting her. Rosemary promises revenge. Bro, you love where this is going, don't you?
Of course I do. You know this has me written all over it. You know what I was thinking, too? If in the event that Allie would ever come back to Impact, because they showed her grave, do you know how easy it will be just to bring her back, even though they killed her off?
Yeah, she comes right up out the grave.
Boom, done. There she is.
Yeah.
So
it's the undead realm.
Right. And she's dead. Like, why are people giving Impact a hard time about this? Oh, they killed the character. Like, we went through this with Lucha Underground and people that don't get that type of kayfabe TV show.
Oh, what, are they getting shit over that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It didn't work on Lucha Underground, and it's not going to work on Impact either. It's stupid.
It's a television show.
I love it,
It's
dude.
a television show, people. Stop it. Ay, ay, ay. Bro, if that's not enough for you, you get the whole undead realm, Rosemary and the cemetery thing, and then you come back from commercial break and you get to listen to your favorite singer-songwriter as Killer Queen hits Madison Rain Comes Down the Aisle. Bro, were you singing along to Killer Queen?
Of course I was, bro.
Do you want to
Surge,
give a shout out? Ah, there you go.
let me shout out Serge Salinas, the greatest pro wrestling entrance performer / composer.
I mean, we love you, Serge. We love you.
We do. We love Surge. No, that's serious. Yeah. If you're into what we're doing right here with the Impact review, go check out on the channel. There's a playlist. We did our top 10, 3 of us here at SOS. We combined our top 10s and we made one faction list of the best entrances from 2010 current. And you will hear some Serge Salinas on there.
Yeah, you'll hear a top 10 and plus 3 more because there's actually a top 13.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My God, it was 5 weeks ago. You expect me to remember that?
Well, I thought I better bring it up now or I'd have to respond to the response. So I don't want to do that.
Of
yet,
course.
so we've been through that. So Jordan Grace and Madison Rain and bro, Jordan Grace, to me, she took the match pretty easily.
Yeah.
Madison Rain comes back and they spent the time with the vignettes of her jogging and everything, and then come to find out it's her and she's coming back to Impact Wrestling, and not a good start for Madison Rain.
Correct. Now I'll say this. Well, go ahead. Go ahead. You finish up. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you, did you struggle at all with the fact that Josh was announcing this match, and of course he didn't make any references to the fact that Madison Rain is his wife?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, is that not okay to do? What's your view on that? I mean, it's not a real important thing, I guess, but I'm sitting there the whole time and he's referring to Madison Rain. And I think I would have liked them to just said, whatever, my woman, my wife,
Right.
whatever. But I guess you don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody knows they're married, but I think if he did just say my wife, I mean, I think it would be interesting on his part if he called it down the middle for everybody but his wife. I think that could be cool. Like you could
Right.
almost make him a heel for that one match. Not that saying that Madison Rain is a heel,
Right.
but yeah, it would be like him showing preferential treatment to Madison Rain. I'd be okay
have
with it.
him complain about everything her opponent does. you
Yes.
know? Like it's a cheap shot or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree.
But about the match,
Well-
I'll say this. I think Madison still got it, number one, and I think it'll be interesting. Like, I think it's interesting that they booked her returning. Here she is. She's back, and it looks like she's going to have some work to do. She's not just going to waltz in there and get title shots.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
She walked in there and did get a number one contenders match.
Yes.
So,
Yes, but I think maybe people would be upset if she would have just walked in and, oh, look who's back. She gets a title shot,
right. Well, and after the match, we see the attack from Taya on Jordan Grace, and Johnny Impact actually comes out to help some too. And it looked like Johnny was going to come off the top turnbuckle there and do some damage to Jordan Grace, but Brian Cage hit the ring and made the save. And I believe they made the announcement that next week it will be Brian Cage and Jordan Grace versus Johnny Impact and his wife Taya.
Again, it happened. It mattered. When I'm watching this show, they're doing things that, I don't listen to too much Vince Russo anymore, but I did go through a heavy phase of listening to Russo's podcasts. But there's always those things where people will ask him questions. Like, for example, like this. If Cage didn't come out, right?
Mm-hmm.
He would say, why wouldn't Cage come out there, bro? Why wouldn't he make the save? Why wouldn't he take a shot because Johnny's in the middle of the ring? He wants a shot at Johnny. Why wouldn't he come out? Like, I start thinking about that when I see certain angles done. So far, for the past month, Impact does things that's very logical. Like, you never have that storyline hole. Like, why wouldn't he come out?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So again, they set it up. They set up the mixed tag match, whatever. It had a purpose. It wasn't just, let's go fill time with two girls that are wrestling for a match that doesn't matter, like on WWE. Let's have Taya's husband and partner in crime go out and cause havoc, and let's have somebody not make a save like WWE would. It's just not happening on Impact, bro. And again, I'm floored. I'm floored by this because for whatever reason, everybody hates Impact. I don't get it from what I'm watching.
Yeah, I don't know how, all the previous hate somehow is still getting transferred to Impact. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
No. After you watch the show, no.
If they hated it before, usually it was because, Dixie Carter,
Oh, Dixie.
Well, she's not there anymore. Watch the show. Enjoy it.
Right. And if you come in with an open mind to it, just watch it and judge for yourself from a fan standpoint. That's what we're doing. And I'm getting more enjoyment out of this than, my God, we've been watching WWE now for 4 months, and all we're doing is complaining about it. I haven't complained once yet about Impact.
Next, we see Ethan Page and Josh Alexander in the back, and they're going to become the Monster Mafia to try and show the world that they are the best tag team in all of professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So a little vignette. The one guy, I guess, has been here, right?
Page, yep.
And Josh Alexander is somebody who's coming in fresh. Is that correct?
As far as I know, yes, but we could be wrong.
So we'll wait and see.
Yes.
Then we get Raj Singh down there with his guy, I don't know, what's the guy's name? Rahu?
Something like that, yep.
Takes on Falaba. I mean, bro, what is this? A tongue twister?
Yeah, the whole segment was, basically.
So the match goes on. Falaba actually gets beat here, the big man. But after the match, Scarlett Bordeaux comes down to the ring. And she's distracting the Desi Hit Squad, allowing Ba to take them both out. Bordeaux hit a running hip attack on Raj to finish him off. What was this all about, bro?
I don't know. You lost me at Scarlett, bro.
This was a lot of TNA.
Yes.
Not TNA, T and A.
Yes. Where are they going after this here?
I don't know. Is she gonna be his woman?
I don't know. It's like she had a crush on the guy.
It was very weird. I felt like our orchids were being stolen away from us.
The orchids, yes.
That's a story for another day.
Another tease for a future show. You might as well subscribe now because I know you can't wait to hear what the hell we're talking about.
Cody and Jake Dina received their new Impact contracts. No need to read them, just sign them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they do. They seem like a couple of redneck fellas that we're going to see here in the future.
Yes. Again, they're introducing talent. We don't know who they are, but we met them. Something else another company doesn't do.
Josh Matthews then announces that at Rebellion for the X Division Championship, it'll be Rich Swann taking on Sami Callihan.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, you know you're going to see some Fulton there.
I sure hope so.
We see the video package highlighting the career of Gail Kim. Melissa Santos interviews as Tess Blanchard. Blanchard, not very adoring of Gail Kim. Says that she reigned at a time where women just did bra and panties matches, and this is a different era. Bro, no respect there for Gail Kim.
No, zero respect. And I would argue with Tessa on that because I think Gail was reigning when TNA, a few years ago, who did she have that best of three match? I call it a best of three, but do you remember that feud? Taryn Terrell. It just popped into my head. You remember those matches?
Yes, I do.
Everybody that's been marking out for NXT and the women's evolution, go back to that period of TNA and tell me when the women's revolution started. Because I believe that is what pushed WWE into what they are now with the women. Dude, those matches were hot.
Taryn Terrell hot.
Jeez. Maybe we should go back and watch those.
That was Drew's ex, right?
Yes.
Oh, what a mistake by Drew there.
Well, they say she's a little crazy, so...
Yeah, you know what's funny is they say though that's it's kind of fun to be with the crazy one.
Well,
I will tell you, my experience tells me that's not true.
Yeah, like it does have its advantages from my experience, but the disadvantages do outweigh the advantages. But I mean, the advantages are a lot of fun, but yeah, it's
you never know what to expect. You come home to you don't know what, you know.
Yep.
You might come home one day and your living room is now a storefront.
Oh, really? I never had that experience, but...
Could happen. You never know. And, bro, now we go to the main event. Eddie Edwards and Eli Drake taking on LAX.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, what happened here? They took our man and threw him out of the match. They said he had to leave.
It's BS.
Conan.
BS.
For what?
What did he do? Nothing.
Put his hands on a ref or something? I don't know.
I didn't see it.
No. He touched Eddie Edwards, wasn't it?
Yeah. He touched the. active wrestler, I guess.
Bro, these guys, LAX, they are a good tag team. And I'll even say this. They threw two guys together, you could say, Eddie Edwards and Eli Drake. Eddie Edwards and Eli Drake have been wrestling as a tag team now for what, 3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they already wrestle more like a tag team in 3 weeks than 80% of the WWE tag teams right now.
Yep.
It's unbelievable. They're doing the cutting off the ring and keeping the man in their corner and all that stuff, you know, double team moves, all that stuff that a tag team should do. Now, LAX is fantastic at that. They're very good at it.
Let me say this, because I watched, obviously, Friday night, and I have a little, you know, I have some notes jotted down of things I wanted to say. But today, I listened to an interview with JR on Busted Open, and they were asking him questions about AEW. And he has a senior advisory role, okay? And he was talking about, they were talking about, like, what would he tell them, in what ways can they, you know, do things a little differently than what they're doing. And JR brought up selling. Now, it's a big knock on a lot of indie guys that they don't really sell. It's just, you know, flip-flop and fly for as fast as you can for 10 minutes, and then that's the match. And JR made the comment, like, he said, if they can be doing the stuff they're doing, but sell before they do it and tell the story, then it's going to make things 10 times better. They're matches, right? Simple logic, right? Okay, so we're getting ready to do the show here, and I'm looking at my notes. And I have written down LAX, rolling cutter, awesome move, code breaker into the super kick for the two of them. Awesome, right? Awesome. But what happened for 15 minutes before that? Eli Drake and Eddie had the ring cut off, like you said. And I think it was Santana they were working on. There was a spot where Eddie had him in the corner. Ring cut in half. He's kicking him down. Santana gets one punch in on Eddie. And again, dude, in comparison to WWE, if this was a WWE match, they would have no-sold the punch and just made the tag because they don't know how to work. In this instance, he wasn't trying to come back. It wasn't the comeback spot yet. It wasn't the hot tag spot yet. But Santana punched Eddie, got one punch in, and Eddie punched him back, and he went back down. He tags in Eli Drake. Eli takes him to the other corner. He's kicking him down, punched him. Santana gets one punch in on him, and Eli doesn't stop and no sell. He punches him back. All this is happening before the rolling cutter and the code breaker and the super kick. This is what JR was talking about when I heard that interview today. So, like, if I'm going to write that stuff down because I notice it, then I hear a guy like JR talk about it. Dude, they're doing something right in this company. Whoever the agents are, plotting out their matches, if it's them, if they're calling it in the ring, whatever the case may be, somebody is doing something right.
Yeah, somebody's here in this company that is really helping things along here.
And it's very noticeable. Very noticeable in the eyes of this fan.
No doubt about it.
Loving Impact, man. I'm loving it.
So Santana takes his eyes off the prize. He dives out on the Lucha Brothers who show up.
Yes.
Instead of worrying about the task at hand, which is Eli Drake and Eddie Edwards. And it's just enough time of an opening for Drake to... Was it Drake that threw the kendo stick into Eddie?
Yes.
Right?
I believe, yeah.
Ortiz gets hit with the kendo stick, gets a little bit of the Boston knee party.
Love that name. Great name.
1, 2, 3. Eddie Edwards and Eli Drake are your winners. And then, of course, after the match, the beatdown happens as Pentagon and Phoenix hit LAX with some super kicks, bring out a table, and powerbomb Santana through the table to end the show. Bro, what do you think about the Impact Wrestling show?
Again, storyline advancement there with the Lucha Brothers. Dude, I could not be more pleasantly surprised by watching Impact over the last month. You want to give me hate if you're listening? Put it down in the comments. Give me that hate. My name is Hollywood Edwards. You can tweet me on Twitter at BladingForTruth and tell me why Impact sucks so I can destroy your opinion. Go ahead. Very happy with the show. How about you?
I thought it was very good. I like that they're bringing some more new talent in. I was reading that some of the guys that they're bringing in are actually from their school that they're bringing in and bringing up. So,
okay.
That's good to hear.
I didn't know they had said school.
We'll see where it goes from here. So it's from what I read, it's a school. I want to say that they say that the guy's name is D'Amore or something like that.
Scott D'Amore.
Is that who it is?
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a school?
I didn't know he had a school, but that's who it is.
Okay.
He was the guy in the show that we watched that was breaking up Gail and Tessa. He suspended Gail.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He's the backstage stooge, huh?
Right, yes.
So there you go. Another good Impact show coming off of the solid pay-per-view. Bro, I just... They're doing some things right that I think, makes them, for a wrestling fan, if you're actually a fan of wrestling, I think that this company would make a very enjoyable night of professional wrestling. So if you're not watching, do yourself a favor and do it. If you don't get the Pursuit channel, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's up there pretty high in the numbers. Look for it, see if you have it. If you don't, you can catch it on Twitch. Now, the only problem with Twitch, I guess, is that you do have to watch it live, correct?
As far as I know, yes. Yeah, I don't think it's like YouTube exactly,
So have you found any way yet to watch the show after the fact if you miss it live?
I have not. But since I've been watching live, I got to be honest, I haven't been looking. So
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, I'll say this too. We did that little experiment a month ago. Let's watch Impact. I had no intention of liking the show. I didn't expect to like it. Here we are, April 28th. There's a pay-per-view called Rebellion coming up. I'm at a point with most of these storylines that I don't know if I can miss the pay-per-view. So guess what happened? I guess they made a fan out of me.
And it's funny because actually after the first week that we watched the show, we did the video. You'll find it here on the playlist. You were kind of questioning how long this would last because you really didn't know who some of the characters were. You were trying to get a feel for it, but here you are a month in and you already have a feel for it. You see the stories coming. You're familiar with some of the characters and it's going pretty well for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. How do you feel about it? Where are you at with everything?
I'm enjoying it. It's funny because, we watched that pay-per-view on Thursday night and then saw this show on Friday night, of course. You're getting all kinds of wrestling this weekend because of WrestleMania. We saw the G1 show.
Oh, great show.
Good luck, WWE.
Yeah.
In trying to be better than that show. I mean, that show was fantastic. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm seeing a lot of good professional wrestling this weekend. I'm really liking it. And Impact Wrestling is a part of that, as far as I'm concerned.
Cool. Indeed.
Anything else on Impact Wrestling?
No, but I think people could expect to get more review shows, I would say weekly. Even if I have to go it alone, I will. But I think it's going to be a commitment because I think I'm just at the point where I'm in. You know, I'm in. So, guess I'm an Impact guy.
If you're an Impact fan and you missed the pay-per-view the other night and you don't have the chance to see it, look down at our videos there. You'll see that we have the United We Stand review. We go through the entire card. So you can click on that in just a few minutes. You can hear everything that went on that pay-per-view.
Yes. Yes.
All right, give them all the places that they can catch us at, Hollywood.
You could catch us on Twitter. That's the only other place besides here. And I would suggest you subscribe because we're cranking out content just about every day for the past 3 months.
It's true.
So hit the subscribe and hit the notification, but you can catch us on Twitter at Soldiers of Shoot. And in that profile there, just pull up the profile. We have 4 guys right now. And we all, we get together, we do separate, some combination of the 4 of us. So check the handles there. And yeah, thanks for listening.
So are we bringing in a 5th guy? Wasn't there like a vote or something? Or what was that?
I don't think so. I don't remember any vote on any 5th member.
Okay, yeah, I must imagine that. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So, for my main man, Hollywood Eddie Edwards, I am DJ Stames saying thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you next time right here on SOS.